a short pickup to about the 25. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hold. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts. Part of what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Now Bennett to throw. Throwing on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Bennett. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Bennett on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and what great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change, when all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Now Marshall. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. On play action, Lawrence. Flushed out right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4 and 2 feet short of the marker. Fourth down. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Panthers will get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action now. Lawrence. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They go play action with Lawrence. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And remember, he put one on the ground last week. So the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble loss.
And zero excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL. And it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
Now Bennett on first down. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Grady Jarrett busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? what does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Bennett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Bennett now to throw on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Panthers at 8-4 now in the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
To the right side and complete to Atwell.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown!
Devin Duvernay
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Panthers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the...
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that era there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Looking to throw. Bennett. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll run for it with Marshall. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it.
Kingsbury's saying, hey, let's take another look at that. He's going to throw down the challenge flag. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
Now it's Hines. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Bennett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now here's Bennett to throw on 3rd down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. back to throw. Bennett. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now Bennett to throw on 1st and 10.
He's into the secondary.
Touchdown! Naeem Hines with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
For Marshall, that's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Room here to run. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
97.
Looking to throw. Bennett.
He'll find a man over the middle. 2-2 Atwell.
And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll go with a keeper. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go with McAllister.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Okay, ready?
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Ready.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A good solid gain there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
They run with Hines, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Bennett on 3rd down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Trayvon Walker. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Lawrence will throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points on the board.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And Ingram hauls it in.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar 1st.
Hey, Mike 7. Hey, Hayward.
On play action, Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Lawrence
finds his tight end Ingram. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down. This is Marshall.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevens. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth.
Ready? Hey, jump it.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense so far on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Patterson's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Check right. Black lock. Ready?
On second down, right back to Hines. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 10-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Jags grab it. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now left side on the swing pass. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will line up big, a 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Come on, set. Hey, Alpha. Hey, you.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. This is Hines. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Bennett. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here we go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Ready?
Back to throw. Bennett. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Jags are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 70 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Kadarius Toney from 10 yards out. And the Jags take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Tyson Campbell up to make the stop. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On the give, this is their fullback. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Carolina!
Chuba Hubbard, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Right after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Throwing again on second down.
Lawrence.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, exit. Bravo.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Again, it's Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Hey, Hayward.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
As this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Carolina, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.